No freaking way. So, turns out EDP 445 came out with the video. I don't even know what to say. Alrighty. Okay. This is by the EDP 445 archive. Channel is not owned by or affiliated with EDP. We must protect our kids. Now, I got wind of this video by some other YouTubers that made videos on it. I gotta say, I'm really shocked at this guy's... Holy shit. Hold on, shut up. I'm really surprised at this guy's audacity. The audacity. But maybe I shouldn't be, because I think I've seen this type of behavior before. Completely predictable that this video would exist. I cannot believe that he actually went through with it, but considering that this is the same guy that tried to pick up people and had a creepy profile pic, what was it? I think on his Uber Lyft page. It doesn't surprise me because we've seen this type of behavior before. You get caught doing something bad. Well, I'm not as bad as this guy. Or, hey, let me cooperate with you so that you can catch the real bad guy. So let's just go over this bit by bit.
Chris Tyson supports child. Bruh.
Hey, yo, whoa, what the... Oh my gosh. This is his opening statement, and I don't know why he'd say this considering he tried to get with a child. Like, this is him staring at the camera. He is dead ass looking at the camera and trying to convince us. He's trying to warn us that, hey, the bad guys are up ahead. This guy's trying to be a false prophet. Oh my goodness. All right, let's keep going.
Into that freak ass shit. We gotta protect our youth. We gotta protect our kids.
What's with this angry face as though you give a shit? Hold on.
And our goddaughters and our nephews and our nieces and our cousins from weird ass freak motherfuckers like this.
You feel me? No, I don't feel you. I don't want to feel you. No one should feel you. Nobody wants to feel you. My goodness, look at this.
Feel me? If you guys don't know who the fuck Chris Tyson is a transgender. I got nothing against gays. I got nothing against transgenders, nigga. Whatever you do, that's your fucking decision. I don't give a shit. It ain't my fucking life. Why do I give a fuck?
Okay.
When you start having an influence on the kids, on our youth, that's where I got a big fucking problem. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right, I see. So you got a problem right there. Man, this guy's deflection. It's not that good. I would say that it was good if people actually fell for it, but nobody fell for it. It's weird to say, like, how many times can the same video be made by different people to say the same thing that, like, oh, look at this guy. He's trying to say the same thing that applies to him. Like, F this guy. But look at how he tries to say it with such concern and such distaste. Like, this puts him off. Even though this is the same thing we saw him get caught for. I mean, for crying out loud, he sent a picture of some dookie, some number 2 to a little kid. I'm laughing at how crazy this is. I mean, it's too wild. It's way too wild.
Chris Tyson and Mr. Beast, they took a picture. I believe it's the Nickelodeon Kids Choice Awards or some bullshit like that. Was seen kissing his son on the lips. Yo, son.
I don't know how this guy has room to talk when literally this guy was about to grab someone else's kid and wanted to do the same thing, but okay.
Me personally, that is some suspect ass freak fucking shit. Where I'm getting
suspect freak ass effing shish. Really?
The whole child point at is Chris Tyson, the way I'm gonna describe it, Lolicon is basically...
No one wants to hear you describe it, bro. Oh, but why did I freaking pause here with this talk? But yeah, no one wants to hear you describe it. I mean, for crying out loud, we don't want to hear you describe what you want to do with a child. Let's not forget this guy fell from grace and he wanted to harm the most vulnerable among us, children. What's crazy though is that there are a lot of people that try to make this crap legal, like the MAP community, which is supposed to be minor attracted persons. It's garbage. It's all freaking garbage. Yeah.
Any adult that supports this nasty ass, disgusting fucking shit, something is fucking wrong with you. Go get fucking help.
Okay, so I kind of paused it there because you'll notice that he kind of hesitates right there to say the most severe thing, like, "Oh, you should not die? No? Oh, get some help." Thing is because he couldn't say that for himself. If he were to say, if you support this as an adult, you should die, or you should commit super slide, it would literally go against him, because that literally would apply to him.
I have a hard time getting hard when...
Dude, what is up with you? Why do you... In a video about you talking about protecting our truth, why is that phrase coming out of your mouth? Why would you ever mention your genital organs, my guy?
I'm watching motherfucking and bitches are 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. I'm like, fuck that, man.
Dude, no one gives a crap. No one wanted to know that, okay? First of all, it's probably not true, okay? Given what you're actually into.
Man, I need a bitch that got some fucking wrinkles upon her fucking pussy, my nigga. I'm into that motherfucking granny porn, my shit.
Okay. Okay, yeah. And now here's the whole, I want to distance myself as far away by saying, oh, I'm not into that. There are some freaking creeps out there. Some disgusting fucks. But not me. No, I watch the other stuff. The other extreme. The way too old. The olds, people can't move. Yeah, I'm into them. They get me going. They make me feel so fresh. They make me feel so young. No, this guy is pathetic. What is wrong with you, dude?
I just don't understand how adults get off to little kids. You know what I mean?
If you don't understand it, then explain 11, why you 12
are. 12 years old. This motherfucker, Chris Tyson, he tweeted a fucking, he retweeted Chadman, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. He retweeted something that said, damn, she looks good for a 4-year-old. It's like, bro, what the fuck is you, my nigga? Like, obviously you're fucked in the head. Like my nigga Samuel L. Jackson said, my nigga, not all your fucking dogs are barking. Something's fucking wrong with you, bro.
I really think he's trying to just pretend as though it didn't happen. If he says it loudly enough and he says it angrily enough, maybe he convinced himself it's true.
To live life the way that you want to motherfucking live, you feel me? But when you start...
But you aren't entitled to live how you want to live, because the way you want to live is illegal. It's horrid. It's awful.
Putting your transgender ways and beliefs onto our kids who are like, super young, super vulnerable. They don't fucking know any better, you know what I mean?
All right, here's the thing. In one of my last videos, I talked about, one of my first videos actually, where I talked about Chris Tyson and what I thought was the issue with him transitioning. If you want to know more, I basically ramble, but it's there on my channel. I guess putting aside the fact that he likes to and he wants to diddle little kids, you can hold those two opinions that, transitioning might be a problem and might present a problem to your kids in general, that it's not a topic for people whose brains haven't been developed yet. But to compare this, because people are now making the comparison between what you did and transgenderism. Listen, I can have my issues with the trans community, or I can have my feelings about why Chris did what he did, but that's not comparable, and it's not the same thing as taking advantage of a kid for your own sexual pleasures and robbing them of their innocence in an unspeakable act. I'm not going to get into that argument right now about which one is worse. But I will say that that this is a farce, okay? This is a fake. It's a phony. You don't actually care about this, because the worst thing that you could have done to kids, you almost did do. And even though the predator poachers messed up the investigation and didn't go through the authorities correctly and landed you in jail, which, by the way, affords you the ability to then talk crap and say it was all set up using a fake AI Obama voice. Think about it. In a way, it's almost worse for you, in that now everyone's gonna try to stalk you. Everyone's gonna try to find out where you live. Everyone's gonna try to get you fired from other jobs or whatever. But you went so hard on this because you thought that it would take away attention from you. And it's at the same time The only reason I can possibly understand why you're doing this is because you have no other choice but to do this because you know your life is over. You know, you have to try to make a pathetic attempt.
That's where I have a motherfucking problem. That's where I have the fucking issue. You know what I mean? And Mr. Beast, fucker, let me tell you something, bro. Nigga, by you hanging out with this nigga, Chris Tyson and Shad, man.
I feel like this guy wanted to be in a point in his career where he could tell Mr. Beast something. He'd give him a little bit of constructive criticism. He took that away from himself, you know, because of what he did. Let me give you a little bit of advice. Dude, you are in no position to give anyone advice on who to hang out with. All right?
You feel me? Now, by you hanging out with Chris Tyson, my nigga, that's not a good fucking look, bro.
Not a good look. Oh my gosh.
And trust me when I tell you this, my nigga. I know you might think that you're invincible now and you can't be touched. You got all these fucking endorsements and shit like that. Trust me, my nigga. That shit can be yanked away just to fuck like that.
Bro, you think you're saying this because that same thing was taken from you, and you think you're giving Mr. Beast a warning, like, oh, like be careful with who you hang around. Almost like the fire and ice, dentists and sweets, EDP and protecting the youth.
Grown ass men, grown ass adults, get off to.
Oh, wait, what was that face? Ayo, that face is creepy, my guy. Ayo, I would not like to be a kid. A kid trying. Oh my gosh, no, hell no. I'm so glad that he didn't meet a kid.
Twisting, you can turn that fucking shit however fucking way you want to fucking turn it, my nigga, to make you not look like a goddamn freak. But at the end of the day, my nigga,
he's just harping on this point just because he's got nothing left. All the screenshots that people have saved of him talking nasty with a kid. It's almost like you almost want to find out what causes a man to go down such a route so that this can never happen again. But you don't want to find out because people don't need to be exposed to this.
Damn. Like my nigga, I go back to this, okay? Everybody has their own fetishes.
Yours apparently involves children. This is why you need a shotgun. This is why you need to be armed. Do not let people tell you that try to fool you, try to obfuscate, try to muddy the waters with this.
It's a fake. This shit is still out there on Twitter, my nigga. So, get up.
That's how he ends it? Jeez. Wow, what a savior. That's crazy. I really have no other words for this other than this guy's trash. There is one other person I do want to make a video on eventually because I was actually a fan of this YouTuber before it came out, the things he did. And there's a lot of people who still support him to this day, and they'll come up with the same excuses. They'll say the same things like, it happened a while ago, the laws in so-and-so country are different. They asked for it. I mean, stupid people. I actually had arguments with a guy who actually wrote me paragraphs trying to defend what this person did. So yeah, no, I'm gonna make a video on that just for history's sake. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't planning on making this video, but I felt like since I already talked about Chris Tyson thing, I might talk about it with someone who brings him up, who has no place and no right to be talking about him when he has his own real freaking problems that he has to, quote, get some help.
Fuck is wrong with you? I have a hard time getting hard.